Eastern Washington's representative in Congress back in town to defend his record and hear from the community. We're sitting down with Michael Baumgartner to hear what he's focused on.
After a weekend full of rain and snow, we might be in for a break when it comes to your forecast, but for how long?
And a man in Spokane court today for the first time, accused of attacking his boyfriend with a hatchet.
Good evening and thank you for joining us here for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Whitney Ward. Mark is off tonight. We begin now as Congressman Michael Baumgartner is returning to Spokane this evening, and KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy is here to preview what could prove to be a very tense town hall meeting. Shannon?
I spoke with Congressman Baumgartner ahead of his town hall at Whitworth University tonight. He says he's excited to hear from constituents across Eastern Washington, and he is likely to get an earful if past experience is any indicator. This is video sent to KREM 2 News of Baumgartner's town hall this morning in Ritzville, which was often interrupted by angry outbursts. It is the congressman's 7th town hall, but the first in Spokane since the Trump administration began taking sweeping action across the federal landscape, including firing thousands of government workers and a contentious stance on the Russian-Ukraine war. Baumgartner is one of few Republicans still holding public discussions. Politico reports the chair of the National Republican Congressional Committee actually directed lawmakers to stop holding these in-person meetings.
You know, we want to do them. I think everybody wants to do them. Sometimes some of the protests get so angry and so rude that folks aren't able to do them safely. I worry a lot about the partisan divide in America and how angry folks are getting.
We have seen backlash from voters angry at Republican lawmakers at the state and federal level in places across the country like Idaho and North Carolina. Baumgartner says some of those critiques are legitimate, but says most of it is, quote, people playing politics. And he largely supports what the Department of Government Efficiency has done with those federal cuts, saying the Trump administration would be the first to admit some mistakes with how those were carried out.
Anybody that's worked in government knows that there is a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse. That's not fair to our kids and our grandkids. We got to get this country back on track.
Now we could see more protests outside tonight's event and a full house inside. Free tickets were all quickly claimed, according to Whitworth's website. Tonight, our Connor McAvoy will have more from inside the event. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
Shannon, thank you very much. In other news, an Airway Heights man is accused of attacking his boyfriend with a hatchet over the weekend. Ryle Murphy made his first appearance before a Spokane judge today. He was arrested on Friday night in the 13,000 block of 6th Avenue. It happened just after 11 p.m. when police say he had gotten into an argument with the victim. Police say he swung a hatchet during that fight and cut the victim on the arm. Murphy was ordered to be held on $20,000 bail. His next court appearance is April 1st. Turning to weather now, starting a much chillier week here. Let's talk to our meteorologist Cody Proctor about our work week forecast. Cody?
Yeah, Whitney, as we head into the rest of this week, there are still some chances for some active weather around our region, but we do look like we're going to get a bit of a break as we head into tomorrow. Right now, though, let's take a quick look over for our live camera right there over at Silver Mountain. Still beautiful at this time, even with the clouds moving back in. We're getting some breaks in the clouds and seeing some sunshine. We're at 42 degrees now over at the Spokane Airport. That just updated. Our winds are coming out the south-southwest at 14 miles per hour. Across our region right now, looks like we're picking up some rain around Wenatchee and Coeur d'Alene at this time. Still seeing those temperatures mostly in those 50s to 40s. It looks like we've dropped down in Coeur d'Alene to the upper 30s right now. Our wind speed still breezy for some of us, calm for others. And as we take a look at our satellite and radar map, it's been an active day for us, especially around the Palouse, where we did pick up some snow. For our Doppler at this time, looks like we're still seeing some scattered showers, watching that pretty closely because of our convective outlook, and that's bringing us a slight chance potentially for some isolated lightning as we head into tonight. Mostly looking to see that more in the form of convective rain and potentially some graupel as well. So keeping a close eye on that. After that, though, for the hour by hour, we'll calm down as we head into tomorrow morning. And as you can see in our 3-day, we're looking to see a break for Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, Cody, thank you very much. It is Tournament Central here at KREM 2 as we are following along with the Zags all week on KREM 2 News and on KREM 2 Plus. The Zags made the NCAA Tournament as an 8 seed after winning the WCC Championship. They will play 9 seed Georgia in Wichita, Kansas on Thursday. Tip-off for that game is at 1:35 p.m. You can watch it on TBS. And Thursday's game between GU and Georgia will be the Battle of the Bulldogs. KREM 2's Caitlin Galloway tells us about the Georgia team that could make this an interesting matchup.
Well, the Bulldogs actually lost in the first round of the SEC tournament, which on paper sounds like it should be an easy matchup. But don't let that fool you. In terms of conferences, the SEC sent a record 14 teams, the most ever from a single conference, to the NCAA tournament. Their first round loss in the SEC tournament to Oklahoma was their first loss since February 22nd and ended their longest winning streak against SEC teams since 2016. They're used to playing high caliber tournament teams in conference play, and head coach Mike White has some confidence in the conference.
The strength of the talent, the depth, the coaching, the fan bases, the facilities, the exposure is at an all-time high in college basketball. And the numbers finally back it up. We've been saying it for a few years now. I think the numbers this year will back up what we're saying. The SEC is the best league in men's basketball, like it is in so many other sports.
Seems like there might be some fans around the Pacific Northwest that may object to that. We'll see how it goes, and for more coverage, tune in on air and online at KREM.com.
And KREM 2 will be in Wichita for all the action. KREM 2 Sports Director Andrew Quinn and Chief Journalist Amanda Rowley are hitting the road with the Zags. They'll have reports from Wichita, Kansas starting on Wednesday. Also on Wednesday, we will be taking a deep dive into all things March Madness and GU, so make sure to join us for a live Tournament Central special at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. You can watch it on KREM 2 and also on our streaming platform, KREM 2+. And now is your time to shine. Do you just have a feeling about which team could go all the way this year? If so, right now you can compete in our Northern Quest March Bracket Challenge. The contest is open right now on KREM.com. And if your bracket does better than KREM 2 Sports Director Andrew Quinn's bracket, well, then you could win pizza from Papa Murphy's. And then the person with first place here locally will win a prize package from Northern Quest. So again, you have until Thursday at 9 a.m. to enter. Now, travelers, listen up. When we come back, the deadlines you need to make sure you can meet for your travel to go smoothly. That story is at 5:17.
The Trump administration faces questions about whether recent deportations violate a federal court order. I'm Erica Brown at the White House with more on that and the pardons by President Biden that are now facing new scrutiny from President Trump.